Okay. Now, okay. So again, how to assess student learning? So this is student learning. Okay. So we have to know that the learning take place inside the head of the our students. So actually, it is invisible to others. You cannot see the uh, what is in the brain of the student. So that's why to assess them must be through the performance, of the student itself. So what student can do with this learning? So meaning that so the performance, we assess their performance. Okay, so assessing the performance can be involved in the formal or informal, or high or low stake, or individual or group. Okay, so depend on the LOs again. So now, for example, we go to the how to create the test or exam. Okay, so the first thing we have to consider the learning outcome. Okay, learning outcome. It is again always learning outcome. Learning outcome. This is in our mind must be always about the learning outcome first. Okay, so we have to answer the question like what do want to student to learn in our course. So this is about the learning outcome. Okay. What could they do that will show you that they have learned, they have learned. Okay, and then to determine the test or exam that truly serve your CLOs, for example, it is useful actually if you write you rewrite your CLO in this form. For example, you say, I want my student to be able to blah blah blah. Okay, so say I want my student to be able to compare, okay, this process A and process B, for example. So we need a comparison. Okay, already high levels. So and this your CLO or LO will point you to the I mean suitable test that we can design to assess them, So this is the first thing. So this is the first thing. So always the first is always define first LO first, and design the question or assessment that's suitable for to assess this LO. But we sometimes forget it. We sometimes we follow the other way around. So I mean we design test first, and then we make it check it to the LO either align or not. Okay, but actually the good thing actually, so we have to in the first place, so we're thinking about our LO. So define the LOs, and then this LO will, okay, point you to the suitable test to access the particular LO. And then after that, after you have the LO, so and then now so they point you to the assessment, to the suitable assessment in your mind now. Okay, now you have to decide: should you assign essay question, problem set, or multiple choice? So it depends on the LO. So depend on the LO that you define already. You already defined the LO. So I can design essay question or problem set or multiple choice. It's depend on the LO actually. So they should be dependent. So for example, if you want student to be able to analyze an electric circuit, for example, so this is okay. So your LO. So the LO is a student to be able to analyze an electric circuit. Okay. Then MCQ multiple choice question are a poor choice. Okay. So it's not good that you assess them with the multiple choice question, because they are with the multiple choice question, they do not require student to analyze anything. So you cannot see the student ability to analyze this circuit, for example. Okay, so okay, but MCQ may be effective if you're going to assess the student ability to recognize the or a logic argument, for example. So you can use MCQ. Okay, MCQ question, for example. So this is okay. But we have to remember there is no single best of exam question. Okay, so the most important is the question itself must be reflect the LOs. So we cannot say actually okay, MCQ is bad question. Problem set is good. No, cannot, because our problem set problem is bad type of the assessment. MCQ is good. No, cannot. Okay. Because actually this kind of the type of the question is suitable for the certain LO, and the certain LO, then the other type of the question is also is very good for the other LOs, for example. So there is no single best type of the exam question. So the most important again, the question must be reflect the LOs. Okay, for example, if our LO is the student to be able to analyze DC circuit, for example, DC circuit, to able to analyze DC circuit, okay? So now we propose this question, for example, this sorry, with the circuit here is adopted from the Dr. Yusuf Payar question for electronic, okay? So using Kirchhoff rule for DC, blah blah blah, and then okay. Now find the current in the resistor of the following circuit. For example, you have this. We give them this circuit. Okay. So this is problem set. Problem set. Okay. Question. Okay. So our remember again, our LO is able to analyze DC circuit. Okay. So student able to analyze DC circuit. Okay, so and then we use this problem set question. Okay, this is a good choice. This is a good choice. Okay, so we, because by problem set like this, okay, so we can see the either student is able to analyze this circuit or not. Okay, so so we can so we actually they really will assess their ability to analyze the circuit. But say if I change this the same question, same circuit, but now I change the format to become MCQ question. So based on the Kirchhoff's rule for this circuit, the current flow in the resistor R3 of the following circuit is A, B, C, D, for example. It's the same question, actually the same, and then the same. Okay, okay. But now we have the MCQ question. Okay, so if I use this kind of the question to assess the ability of the student to analyze this DC circuit, so do you think they will show you their ability to analyze? So of course, I can say no. I can say no. So meaning that this kind of the choice, okay, is really the poor choice. This is the poor choice to assess student to analyze the DC circuit here, because we cannot see the either they are actually really they can able to analyze this circuit. So they can be maybe they can get the correct answer, but maybe they're just gambling and so on. Okay, so that's why I propose, okay, when you want to create the test or exam to assess the LO, so actually also based on the college requirement, so you have to first find out the LO that we're going to assess. Okay, find out you define the LOs that you are going to assess. So the first you have to define the LO to be assessed, and after that you design your question. So for example, if you can make it the table like this, it's okay, but at least define LO first and then design a suitable question. So for example, LO K11, you use the question 1 to assess type of question, for example, true, false, Okay, you have make it 8 question in true false. Okay, so is might be half. So the 4 mark, and for LO K12, for example, you have the question to fill in the blank for question, for example, and skill to 1 LO, you have the MCQ. MCQ question, okay, and then the other you have the problem question, and then the total here, okay, we have the mark here, and then total. For example, you can now differentiate, see the percentage between the knowledge and skill. For example, 40% knowledge, 60% skill. This one should be in the course, I think at the 5th level or 4th level or 5th or 6th level. It's not the low level. The low level should be more knowledge. Okay, so yes, so but it depends on your course and then different. Okay, so this is it. So but the most important again is the first define your LO. With LO we're going to assess, and after that decide a suitable question.